An exploration into the process of self-discovery and personal identity as it relates to a personal journey of change. When we delve into the intricacies of self-exploration, we uncover a profound journey that incorporates both introspection and the pursuit of an understanding of our essential nature. As we strive to get to the bottom of who we are at our core, this journey has the potential to feel at times like a battle fought entirely within ourselves. In our quest to gain a better understanding of ourselves, we frequently come across stories that serve as metaphorical reflections of our own challenges and victories. Take, for example, the story of a lion cub that was born to a lioness that was on her last breath. After being abandoned by its parents and wandering aimlessly, the cub eventually finds a flock of sheep and begins to raise itself among them. It learns their ways and acts like a sheep, bleating and grazing, but it never loses the sensation that there is something missing in its life. The lion cub, which does not truly belong, is subjected to ridicule from the sheep due to its differences, which furthers the lion cub's sense of inferiority and shame. This story is meant to be interpreted as an allegory for the process of coming to terms with oneself. The wiser lion, who came from a faraway jungle, is a metaphor for self-awareness, the internal entity that leads us to our authentic selves. This metaphor is consistent with the idea of self-reflection, according to which the transformation of the younger lion is contingent on its acknowledging the beliefs and perceptions that are holding it back. During the years when we are most impressionable, we are susceptible to having our development stunted by unfavorable influences emanating from our immediate environment, just as the lion is. Our beliefs about who we are as individuals are shaped by a variety of factors, including negative parenting, peers, the media, and societal norms. These beliefs have the potential to ensnare us as adults in vicious cycles of victimhood and negative thought. However, in order to break free from this cycle, we need to focus our energy on developing our sense of self-awareness. The turning point in the story of the lion is signified by a significant event, which takes place when the older lion leads the younger lion to the bank of a river. The younger lion takes a good long look at its own reflection, and for the first time is able to see its true nature. This is a metaphor for the power of introspection, which enables us to challenge our limiting beliefs and step into our true selves. After coming to this understanding, the younger lion lets out a victorious roar, which represents the overcoming of its false identity and the acceptance of its true nature. We go through a lot of changes throughout our lives, both mentally and physically, and emotionally as well. We progress from the simplicity of childhood to the complexities of adulthood over the course of our lives. From a philosophical point of view, the concept of personal identity can become complicated. What aspects of our core identity remain constant amidst all these changes? Is it our embodied form, our recollections, or something more fundamental? Historically, it was believed that the body served as the foundation of one's identity. On the other hand, philosophical thought experiments call this assumption into question. The absence of hair, a finger, or a leg does not fundamentally change who we are. This leads to an investigation into the brain's role as a locus of identity, which in turn sparks a discussion regarding the significance of various parts of the brain. In the midst of all these complexities, one's personal identity emerges as a combination of their values, tendencies, and temperament. John Locke, who was a philosopher, proposed that the continuity of one's consciousness is where one's personal identity can be found. This consistency can be traced back to our core beliefs, feelings, and reactions to various circumstances. Therefore, a person's identity extends beyond the confines of their memories, and the retention of their character is a factor that really matters. This idea reframes death as a process of preserving values and inclinations that outlive us rather than as a state of suffering the loss of one's identity upon passing away. When we adopt this point of view, we discover that the notion that our most defining ideas and inclinations are passed down from generation to generation brings us comfort. Our identity evolves to become more enduring and transgenerational, which frees us from the shackles of attachment to aspects of ourselves that are fleeting. Because the core of who we are will continue to have an impact on subsequent generations. Coming to terms with this fact ultimately frees us from the anxiety associated with dying. During this process of finding oneself, one hears many different perspectives and opinions. Jim Carrey, who is lauded for both his comedic and profoundly introspective performances, is one of these voices. He expresses the sentiment that one must let go of external expectations in order to reveal their true selves. Carrey stresses the importance of looking beyond one's personality, the perceptions of society, and even one's own efforts in order to find genuine peace. He encourages us to let our inner light shine through and embrace our vulnerabilities and authenticity. He also encourages us to let our inner light shine. In conclusion, the practice of superficial self-reflection is only a small part of the journey towards self-discovery. It challenges our limiting beliefs and pushes us beyond the boundaries of what society expects of us, while delving into the very core of who we are. The transformation of the lion cub is similar to the one that occurs in each of us as we struggle with the conflict that exists between our perceived identity and our true nature. By engaging in self-reflection, we are able to strip away the armor of our fabricated identities, thereby allowing the true brilliance of our inner light to shine forth. The complexities of personal identity call into question conventional ideas, which in turn leads us to the realization that our lasting legacy is comprised of the principles and predispositions that are independent of our physical form. We embark on a path towards self-awareness and long-lasting transformation by embracing this journey and the wisdom that comes from a diverse range of voices.